Alam nyo na, yan ang jeepney.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, pero sa silamanan, alam ng puso, sa higit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng mahiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nalatang tulog sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang lang matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iingin, ang ituwin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magtitingin. Lumang ang araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagkay mga aking, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
upang matugunan ang mga kinakaharap na pagsubok ng mga guro at mag-aaral sa gitna ng kasalukuyang pandemya. Nagsanib tulong sina Congressman Charlie Cojuangco ng unang distrito ng Tarlac, DEPED Region 3 Regional Director Dr. May B. Eclar at Tarlac Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo Pozon para sa isang napapanahong proyekto na tinaguriang Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo. Ang mga mag-aaral ng Grade 4 at Grade 5, ganon din ang Grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac, kasalukuyang sumasailalim sa radio-based instruction. Katuwang ang himpilang DZTZ 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Ang Tarlac po nangunguna po ngayon pagdating po sa radio-based instruction. Marami pong humahanga sa atin. I'm very happy this station, itong DCTC, could reach the whole of Region 3. Hindi natin alam, we are contributing, we are creating a very big dent in the history of Philippine education. And I am proud, I am here in Tarlac. This is the noble cause of education in which you and I, without you knowing it, we are bound to do.
Project natin na Project Shine is a natural consequence dahil sa nangyari sa buong mundo. Let's continue to work together. I think it's very Filipino to practice bayanihan in anything or most of the things that we do. And this is a manifestation of that. No? We have private sector, we have DEPED, we have local government, all working together. And I hope the parents of some of these children, especially the parents that did not graduate from school or hindi nakapag-aral nung sila ay bata, sana naman gamitin na nila itong opportunity na mag-schooling na rin sila kasama ng mga anak nila para mag-bonding pati ang mga magulang sa mga bata. I look at this as doing God's work. Diba? So if you do God's work, it feels right. It's righteous. It's for good, not for evil.
Good morning and happy learning, grade 4. Welcome to
Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Simulcast over DZTZ 828, Radio Filipino Tarlac.
I am Teacher Mercy Pacheco Bognot. This is Alistair Aidatu.
I am Marie Josephine B. Andrade.
I am Teacher Princess Marie M. Dueñas, and I will be your teacher broadcaster for today.
Welcome sa ating Project Shine, Aral TarlakHenyo ng Schools Division Office of Tarlac Province na kasalukuyang napapanood dito sa RTV Tarlac Channel 26 at sa bayang napapakinggan sa 828 AM DZTZ Radyo Pilipino, Tarlac. Magandang buhay, mabuting tao! Kumusta na kayo mga giliw naming tagapakinig? Ang aking pagbati at paghanga sa inyong pagpapahalaga sa edukasyon at pagpupursiging matapos ito ng nagtatagumpay sa kabila ng hamon ng pandemya. Ako ang inyong guro sa edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, baitang 4, Kinang Jona Yebes Abon, sumasahim papawid mula sa bayan ng Paniki, nasasamahan at gagabayan ka sa Most Essential Learning Competency na napahahalagahan ng sarili at kapwa sa pag-iwas sa sakit na leptospirosis. Natitiyak kong kayo ay handang-handa ng mga anak sa ating bagong aralin para sa araw na ito. Maging alerto at listo sa anumang impormasyong magbibigay sa atin ng inspirasyon, pag-asa at aral sa buhay na makatutulong sa pagiging mabuting tao. Ang Pilipinas ay isa sa mga bansa na nakararanas ng dalawang uri ng panahon, ang tag-araw at tag-ulan. Sa tuwing sasapit ang buwan ng Agosto ay kadalasang sunod-sunod ang pag-ulan sa ating bansa. Sa tuwing umuulan ng malakas ay hindi maiiwasan ang pagdulot nito ng baha. Higit lalo kung ang mga kanal at estero ay maraming basurang nakabara na siyang nahumaharang sa pagdaloy ng tubig ulan. Ang mga basurang ito ay kadalasang pinamumugaran ng mga insekto tulad ng lamok, langaw at ipis. Hindi rin maiiwasan na pamugaran ang mga naimbak na mga basura ng mga daga at ibang hayop na nanginginain ng mga basura. Mayroon akong kakilala na isang daga mula sa malayong lugar at iyan ang aking ikukwento sa inyo ngayong araw. Makinig ng maigi dahil may mga katanungan mamaya si teacher na inyong sasagutin. Ang pamagat ng ating kwento ay Leptospira, sa panulat ng inyong teacher broadcaster, Jona Y. Abon, at sa tulong ni Sir Judge Daryl Palarca sa mga illustrations. Isang araw, sa isang malayong lugar, ay ipinatawag ang mga Ready Warriors upang hanapin ang isang nilalang na naghahasik ng sakit sa kanilang lugar. Siya ay si Leptospira. Sa isang maruming tulay ay may isang nilalang na mayroong pulang mga mata at matatalim na ngipin. Matatalas ang kanyang mga kuko, mahaba at maitim ang buntot. Siya ay may maitim na balahibo at nakakatakot na muka. Naku, siya na atang hinahanap ng mga Ready Warriors. Nang makita siya ng mga Ready Warriors ay agad nila siyang tinanong, "Bakit ka naghahasik ng sakit sa aming lugar? Anong uri ng sakit ang iyong daladala?" Tumawa ng malakas si Leptospira. "Ha ha 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 ha! Sisiguraduhin ko na ang maruming lugar na ito ay pamumugaran ng aking mga alagad na bakterya. Dahil hindi marunong maglinis ang mga tao dito, ay maaari ko pang tawagin ang ibang mga kaibigan kong hayop upang maghasik ng sakit." "Naku, panibagong sakit ito. I-check ko yan," sabi ng Ready Warrior 1. Dahil galing ito kay Leptospira, ay pangalanan natin ng sakit ng leptospirosis. Kailangan nating malaman kung ano ang pwede nitong idulot na kapahamakan sa mga tao dito sa ating lugar upang sila ay ating mabigyang babala. Sabi ni Ready Warrior 2. "Ha! Kapag ang ihi at duming galing mula sa akin at sa iba pang mga hayop ay humalo sa maruming tubig kanal dito, lalo na at tag-ulan na, papasok ang aking mga alagad na bakterya sa loob ng katawan ng tao at siya ay magkakasakit pag mamalaki ni Leptospira. Naku, kailangang masabihan ng mga tao na dapat silang mag-ingat, lalo at parating ng tag-ulan. Kailangan na nilang maglinis ng kanilang kapaligiran upang hindi sila maging biktima ni Leptospira. Nababahalang sabi ni Ready Warrior 1. Alam ninyo mga Ready Warriors, hindi naman sa tinatakot ko kayo. Pero kapag ang alagad kong bakterya ay pumasok sa katawan ng tao, ay ito ang kanilang mararamdaman. Panginginig, sakit ng ulo, magpapantal-pantal ang kanilang balat, at sa iba naman ay may mapulang-mapulang mga mata na kagaya ng sa akin. At kapag hindi ito naagapan, ay maaaring masira ang kanilang mga atay at maaaring mamatay. Tumawa ng malakas si Leptospira at mabilis na tumakas at nagtago sa madilim na parte ng tulay. Naku, kailangan nang masolusyonan ito ng mga Ready Warriors. Kailangan na nating gumawa ng anusyo para sa mga tao, para sama-sama nating talunin si Leptospira, ang wika ng mga Ready Warriors. Mabilis silang gumawa ng anusyo at babala na kanilang ipinakalat mula sa pamamagitan ng social media, poster at flyers na nagpapahayag ng mga maaaring maging epekto ng mga bakterya ni Leptospira sa kanila. Narito ang anusyo. Anusyo, ugaliing malinis ng kanal at ng paligid upang hindi pamugaran ng mga insekto at mga daga. Kalawa, kung ikaw ay may sugat ay iwasan muna ang paglusong sa baha. Kung hindi naman maiwasan ay siguraduhing magsuot ng bota at balutan ang mga sugat. Ikatlo, palakasin ang resistensya. Makalipas ang 2 araw, ay mabilis na tumugon ang mga tao sa kanilang lugar. Kanilang nilinis ang kanilang lugar, maging ang tulay na pinamumugaran ni Leptospira. Muling binalikan ng mga Ready Warriors ang lugar ni Leptospira, ngunit hindi na siya nila nakita. Natalo nila at napalayas ang kalaban na si Leptospira. Magaling, Ready Warriors! Binabati namin kayo. Hanggang sa muling pagsugpo ng sakit. Mula sa mga binasa nating kwento ay sagutin natin ang mga sumusunod na tanong. Maaari kayong sumagot sa inyong mga papel o i-comment sa ating comment box ang inyong mga sagot. Unang tanong, ano ang pangalan ng kalaban ng mga Ready Warriors? Kung ang sinagot mo ay Leptospira, tama kids! Pangalawang tanong, ano ang ipinangalan ng mga Ready Warriors sa sakit na dala ni Leptospira? Kung ikaw ay sumagot ng leptospirosis, tama ka! Alam niyo kids, ay may totoong sakit na tinatawag na leptospirosis. Ito ay isang sakit na makukuha sa Leptospira. Ito ay isang bakterya na galing sa ihi ng daga at iba pang hayop tulad ng kambing, aso, baboy at iba pang hayop na humahalo sa tubig o putik. Para sa ating ikatlong katanungan. Ano-ano ang mararamdaman kung magiging biktima ang mga tao ni Leptospira? Kung panginginig, sakit ng ulo, magpapantal-pantal ang kanilang mga balat, at sa iba naman ay may mapulang-mapulang mga mata, maaaring masira ang atay at maaaring mamatay. Kung ang sagot mo ay isa sa mga nabanggit, tama ka! Ang mga nabanggit ay sintomas ng pagkakaroon ng sakit na leptospirosis. Ang mga sintomas ay kadalasang tumatagal ng 2 hanggang 4 na araw. Kung alam mong ikaw ay lumusong sa baha at may sugat ka, pagkatapos ay nakaramdam ka ng alinman sa mga sumusunod na sintomas, ay magpakonsulta ka agad sa doktor upang maagapan ang sakit. Sa kasalukuyan ay antibiotic ang na-prescribe ng mga doktor ang ginagamit bilang gamot. Mas maigi pa rin na agapan ang sakit upang hindi ito magdulot ng mas malalang komplikasyon na maaaring magdulot ng kamatayan. Para sa ating ika-4 na katanungan, paano maiiwasan ang leptospirosis? Ugaliing maglinis ng kanal at ng paligid upang hindi pamugaran ng mga insekto at mga daga. Kung may sugat, ay iwasan muna ang paglusong sa baha. Kung hindi naman maiwasan, ay siguraduhing magsuot ng bota at balutan ang sugat. Palakasin ang resistensya. Kung kasama sa mga sagot ninyo ang mga ito, ay magaling mga anak. Magaling mga bata, kayo nga ay nakinig ng maigi sa ating kwento patungkol sa leptospirosis. Tandaan mga anak na ang ating kalusugan ay ating pakaingatan dahil ito ay ating isang sandata sa pag-abot ng ating mga pangarap. Ang sabi pa nga sa isang kilalang kasabihan, prevention is better than cure. Hanggat kaya nating makaiwas sa anumang sakit ay ating kayanin. Isa-isip ang impormasyong ibinibigay sa atin kung paano makakaiwas sa sakit at kung paano mapapanatili ang lakas ng ating pangangatawan. Mahalagang tandaan mga bata ang mga sumusunod na konsepto mula sa ating aralin ngayong araw. Una, ang leptospirosis ay isang sakit na makukuha sa leptospira. Isang bakterya ito na galing sa ihi ng daga at iba pang hayop tulad ng kambing, aso, baboy, at iba pang hayop na humahalo sa tubig o putik. Ikalawa, ang taong apektado ng leptospirosis ay kadalasang mararamdaman ang mga sumusunod na simptomas. Nanginginig, masakit ang ulo, may pantal-pantal sa balat, at sa iba naman ay may mapulang-mapulang mga mata, at kung hindi maaagapan, ay maaaring masira ang atay at magdulot ng kamatayan. Ikatlo, upang maiwasan ang pagkakaroon ng ganitong sakit, ay dapat nating tandaan ang mga sumusunod. Kung ikaw ay may sugat, ay iwasan muna ang paglusong sa baha. Kung hindi naman maiwasan, ay siguraduhing magsuot ng bota at balutan ang sugat. Ugaliin ding maglinis ng kanal at ng paligid upang hindi pamugaran ng mga insekto at mga daga. Panghuli, palakasin ang resistensya. Isang talakayan na naman ang malapit ng matapos. Ako ay masayang-masaya sa ipinakita ninyong aktibong pakikibahagi sa ating aralin ngayong araw. Higit sa lahat, ang inyong pagmamahal sa edukasyon. Ipagpatuloy ang kagandahang asal na ito mga anak. hakbang tungo sa katuparan ng inyong mga pangarap sa hinaharap. Sa puntong ito, panahon na upang alamin kung kayo ay may natutunan mula sa ating aralin sa pamamagitan ng munting pagsusulit. Sa lahat ng nanonood sa FB Live, gamitin ang FB chat box para sa inyong mga kasagutan. Ihanda naman ang mga panulat at sagutang papel sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa telebisyon at nakikinig sa radyo. Narito ang ating panuto. Sagutin ang mga sumusunod na pahayag ng tama o kung ito ay patungkol sa sakit na leptospirosis at mali naman kung hindi. Aking uulitin ng 2 beses ang bawat pahayag. Tandaan, tama o mali. Unang pahayag. Nakamamatay ang sakit na leptospirosis kung ito ay hindi maaagapan kaagad. Nakamamatay ang sakit na leptospirosis kung ito ay hindi maaagapan kaagad. Kung ikaw ay sumagot ng tama, tumpak ang iyong sagot. Para naman sa ating ikalawang pahayag. Ang leptospirosis ay galing sa bakteryang Leptospira. Ang leptospirosis ay galing sa bakteryang Leptospira. Kung ikaw ay sumagot ng tama, very good! Para naman sa ating ikatlong pahayag. Ugaliing magsuot ng proteksyon sa paa tulad ng bota kung lulusong sa tubig, baha at hugasan ang mga paa pagkatapos. Ugaliing magsuot ng proteksyon sa paa tulad ng bota kung lulusong sa tubig, baha at hugasan ang mga paa pagkatapos. Kung ikaw ay sumagot ng tama, mahusay kids! Para naman sa ating ika-4 na pahayag. Palakasin ang resistensya upang makaiwas sa sakit kagaya ng leptospirosis. Palakasin ang resistensya upang makaiwas sa sakit kagaya ng sa leptospirosis. Kung ikaw ay sumagot ng tama, magaling! Para sa ating panghuli at ika-5 pahayag, huwag nang magpatingin sa doktor kung makararamdam ng anumang sintomas ng sakit na leptospirosis. Huwag nang magpatingin sa doktor kung makaramdam ng anumang simptomas ng sakit na leptospirosis. Kung ikaw ay sumagot ng mali, mahusay! Binabati ko kayong lahat mga anak sapagkat natitiyak kong nakuha ninyong lahat ang tamang sagot ng ating pagsusulit. Mula sa akin, tanggapin ninyo ang mga salitang magaling at mahusay, mabuting tao. Mga bata, ako ay naghanda ng mga gawain at refleksyon sa inyong learning activity sheets. Inaasahan ko na ito ay inyong sasagutan ng buong sigasig at sa abot ng inyong makakaya. Sakali man na kailanganin ninyo ang patnubay ng inyong kapamilya at guro, huwag kayong mag-atubiling sila ay tawagan upang kayo ay magabayan ng tama. Tandaan kids, batang munting kagaya ninyo sa maliit na gawi ay makibahagi at ang lahat ng ito ay maaabot mo. Kaya mo! Panalangin ko na sa anumang konseptong higit lalo ang mga aral sa buhay na inyong natutunan sa araw na ito ay inyong maisa sa buhay sa araw-araw. Muli, ako ang inyong guro sa edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, Baitang 4, Kinang Jonah Yebes Abon na nagpapaalala na piliing maging mabuting tao sa lahat ng panahon at pagkakataon. Ugaliing manood ng RTV Tarlac Channel 26 at makinig sa inyong talapihitan sa 828 AM DZTZ Radyo Pilipino Tarlac tuwing Lunes at Martes sa ganap na alas 8:30 para sa ating mga aralin sa edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, Baitang 4. Hanggang sa muli!
Handa ka na bang magpabakuna? Narito ang mga paalala at hakbang na gagawin sa proseso ng pagbabakuna. Bago ang pagbabakuna, kinakailangan mo nang dumaan sa pre-vaccination screening. Kinakailangan kumuha muna ng medical clearance sa doktor ang mga kabilang sa special population tulad ng mga sumusunod. May problema sa immune system, may cancer, may HIV, sumasailalim sa transplant operation, kasalukuyang umiinom ng steroids, mga senior citizens na may special conditions. Step 1. Waiting area. Siguraduhin kayo ay pumunta sa tamang oras at petsa ng inyong schedule sa pagbabakuna. Hindi papayagan ang mga walk-in sa vaccination sites. Maupo sa bakanting upuan alinsunod sa tamang pagkakasunod ng bilang. Hintayin na tawagin kayo para sa susunod na hakbang. Habang nag-aantay, sumunod sa minimum public health standards. Isuot ang face mask at face shield. Sundin ang proper physical distancing at ugaliing maghugas at isanitize ang kamay. Step 2. Registration. Sundin ang mga patakaran ng inyong LGU o vaccination site sa pag-register at ipakita ang inyong government ID. Bibigyan kayo ng kopya ng informed consent form, health screening form, at mga pamphlet tungkol sa bakuna na pwede ninyong basahin. Hintayin na matapos ang proseso ng registration bago pumunta sa susunod na hakbang. Step 3. Screening. Kayo ay isa sa ilalim sa health screening at tatanungin tungkol sa inyong kalusugan tulad ng history of COVID-19 exposure, history of vaccination, mga gamot na iniinom, kung may allergies at iba pa. Ito ay para makasiguro kung angkop para sa inyo ang magpapakuna sa kasalukuyan. Step 4. Health Education. Makinig sa ibabahaging importanteng impormasyon tungkol sa pagbabakuna para sa COVID-19. Kung mayroon pa kayong ibang katanungan, sumangguni sa ating mga vaccination staff. Siguraduhin na pirmahan ang consent form na pumapayag kayong magpabakuna bago pumunta sa susunod na hakbang. Step 5. Vaccine Administration. Ito ang panahon kung saan kayo ay babakunahan sa loob ng 1 hanggang 2 minuto. Huwag kalimutan na kunin ang inyong vaccination card pagkatapos matanggap ang bakuna. Step 6. Observation. Alinsunod sa Department of Health, ang lahat ng magpapabakuna ay kailangang manatili sa pasilidad ng 15 hanggang 30 minuto para obserbahan kung may hindi magandang nararamdaman. Ang ating medical staff ay nakatutok sa inyo para ma-monitor ang inyong kalusugan. Bibigyan kayo ng mga pangalan ng health facility o hotline o contact kung saan pwedeng pumunta kung kinakailangang sumangguni dahil sa side effects ng bakuna. Narito rin ang mga paalala na dapat tandaan. Siguraduhin bumalik sa schedule para sa pangalawang dose ng bakuna. Laging tandaan na kahit nabakunahan ka na, ay huwag pa rin kalimutang sumunod sa minimum public health standards tulad ng pagsasanitize ng mga kamay, pagsusuot ng face mask at face shield, at pagdidistansya sa iba ng 1 metro. Ito ay para na rin sa ating proteksyon at sa proteksyon ng iba. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, bisitahin ang mga sumusunod na pages. Tara sa Vida Vaccination!
How are you today?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, learners of Tarlac.
Good morning, Mas Talino Grade 4 learners.
Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo
Here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26.
Simulcast over DCTC
Radio Filipino Tarlac.
I'm Sir Glenn, your teacher broadcaster.
Broadcasting live here at Paniki Tarlac.
Remotely here in Concepcion, Tarlac.
Live here at Barangay Pedro Elquines, Mayantok, Tarlac.
Broadcasting live from Ramos National High School.
Your anchor teacher today for grade 9 mathematics.
your partner in education this time of pandemic.
Alam niyo ba na ang Pilipinas ay mayroong 7,641 islands? Mula sa bilang na 7,107 islands, nadagdagan ito ng 534 na isla noong 2017. Tanging 2,000 lamang sa mga islang ito ang natitirhan. Alam niyo na! Yan ang mga isla sa Pilipinas.
Great day, my dear grateful learners. Today is another beautiful Monday morning, May 31, 2021. Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26. Simulcast over DZTC, Radio Filipino Tarlac. I am Mary Grace M. Pineda, your teacher broadcaster for Science Grade 4, committedly engaged to quality delivery of the teaching-learning process. Welcome to the world of exploration, discovery, invention, and technology. Currently, my dear learners, I am broadcasting to you live but remotely from my very own home here in Concepcion, Tarlac. since we all still need to protect ourselves and be safe against the COVID-19. So, let us all stay home and be safe, all right? Grade 4, please find a comfortable place to study, away from distractions while listening to our broadcast. For those who wants to go to the bathroom, you may do it now because we are about to start our new lesson. Today's daily educational dose of learning will be for you, my dear grade 4 learners. So, what are you waiting for? Please get your pen, paper, notebook, and module with you. Again, kindly get your pen, paper, notebook, and module with you. Do you have your learning materials? Amazing. Now you are all set and ready to experience meaningful learning and gain deep understanding of a relevant competency. For today, we will be discussing about the water cycle processes. Are you excited? Great. After this broadcast episode, you are expected to number 1, identify the processes involved in the water cycle, and number 2, trace the processes in the water cycle. But before we proceed, let us review what you have discussed previously about the uses of water from different sources. Are you ready? All right. Grade 4, here is the direction. Draw a water droplet if the statement is correct, or a cloud if it is not. I repeat, draw a water droplet if the statement is correct, or a cloud if it is not. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Let us begin. Item number 1. Human can survive without water. Again, human can survive without water. Draw a water droplet if it is correct, or a cloud if the statement is incorrect. For statement number 1, the answer is a cloud. You are absolutely correct, my dear learners. That is because we need water for our everyday living. Moving on with item number 2. Fresh water contains plenty of salt. Fresh water contains plenty of salt. So, my dear grade 4, is the statement correct or incorrect? Again, if it is correct, draw a water droplet. If it is incorrect, draw a cloud. Alright, what is your answer? Azam, you are correct. Again, the answer is a cloud. The statement is incorrect. Fresh water does not contain salt. To continue, let's have item number 3. Animals and plants will die without water. Again, animals and plants will die without water. Grade 4, what is your answer? A water droplet or a cloud? The correct answer is a water droplet. Very good, grade 4. You are correct. 2 thumbs up for you, kids. Just like humans, animals and plants need water in order to survive. Now let us move on with statement number 4. Ocean is the largest body of salt water. What is your guess, grade 4? Is the statement correct or not? Draw a water droplet if it is correct, and a cloud if it is wrong or incorrect. So grade 4, what is your answer? Did you draw a water droplet? Impressive! You are correct. You are doing a great job. Ocean is the largest body of salt water. Next, last item, number 5. Groundwater is the cleanest water and is safe to drink. So, are you going to draw a water droplet or a cloud? Grade 4, what is the answer? The answer is a water droplet. Very good, kids. Groundwater is the cleanest and safe source of water since it is found beneath the Earth's surface. Kids, did you get a perfect score? Amazing! It is great to note that you learned so well in the discussion in the previous episode. Congratulations, my dear learners. With that, I am sure that you have already mastered these concepts about the uses of water from different sources. This time, let us widen your knowledge as we discuss our new lesson for today. So, join me this morning for another fun learning experience as we discuss the water cycle processes. Are you ready? Good. Let us begin, kids. Earth is also called the blue planet because 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Therefore, water covers a larger area of its surface than land. Water gives the Earth its characteristics of blue color as seen from outer space. Have you ever wondered if all the water on Earth will eventually be used up? Water on Earth constantly changes but does not disappear. It changes from solid to liquid to gas over and over. The water part of the Earth is called hydrosphere or water sphere. It is the total amount of water found on Earth. There are different forms of water in our environment: solid, liquid, and gas. Do you think each form of water is important? Yes, of course. Now look at the picture flash on your screen. Have you experienced cooking rice? Or have you watched your mother while cooking rice? What have you noticed? What happened to the water inside the rice cooker or rice pot? When you open the cover of the rice cooker or rice pot, you can observe the best example of water cycle. Look at the illustration showed in your screen. What does the illustration show? You are correct, grade 4. The illustration shows the different processes involved in the water cycle. Have you ever wondered where the rain comes from? Or how the clouds are formed? This is what water cycle is all about. So what is a water cycle? Water cycle is also called hydrologic cycle. It is the process where water continuously moves in the Earth's surface. Thus, water is considered as one of the renewable resources. When the sun heats up the rivers and oceans, water becomes water vapor and it rises up in the air. This process is called evaporation. This is the first step of the water cycle. Evaporation is a process in which a liquid state changes into a gaseous state due to an increase in temperature and/or pressure. Water bodies like the oceans, the seas, the lakes, and the river bodies are the main source of evaporation. After the water vapor reaches up in the sky, it turns into tiny droplets of water. These water droplets, along with several gases and dust particles, come together to form clouds. This is known as condensation. Condensation is the change of water from its gaseous form or water vapor into liquid water. Condensation generally occurs in the atmosphere when warm air rises, cools, and loses its capacity to hold water vapor. As a result, excess water vapor condenses to form cloud droplets. When the cloud becomes too heavy and it cannot hold any more water inside, it bursts open to give out rain, hail, sleet, or snow. This is known as precipitation. Precipitation is any liquid or frozen water that forms in the atmosphere and falls to the earth. When you see rain or snow fall from above, you're watching precipitation in action. Where does precipitation come from and why does it fall in different forms? Rain and snow are probably the most well-known types of precipitation, but there are others. The temperature of the cloud and the air between the cloud and the ground create different kinds of precipitation. So, we have different forms of precipitation. The first one is rain. It is made up of liquid water droplets, falls when temperatures in the air and at the surface are above freezing. Rain can start as water droplets or ice crystals in a cloud, but always falls as liquid water. It is the most common form of precipitation. Next one is what we call the hail. The balls of ice that fall from clouds and can even put dents in cars are known as hail. Hail is created in thunderstorm clouds. Water droplets form in the cloud and get pushed upward, where temperatures are colder. The droplets freeze and form hailstones. The hailstones grow as more water droplets freeze onto them and eventually fall to the ground. Next one, we have the snow. Snow falls when all the air between the cloud and the Earth's surface is below freezing. If you look at snowflakes closely, you can see their unique and beautiful shapes. And the last one is sleet. The icy precipitation known as sleet forms when a thin layer of warmer air comes between layers of cold air. A top layer of below freezing air creates ice crystals that melts as they fall through a thin layer of above freezing air. If there's enough room between the warmer air and the ground, the water droplets refreeze in a bottom layer of below freezing air and fall as sleet, meaning frozen precipitation through warm air and melts. It then falls through another cold layer, refreezing into sleet before hitting the ground. As it rains, water gets collected in oceans, lakes, and rivers. It even seeps through the soil and becomes groundwater. Thus, water cycle is a continuous process of evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. In addition to our lesson, kids, did you know that even plants sweat? It is called transpiration. That's why it rains more in places with more trees, like hill stations and forests. Transpiration is the evaporation of water from plants. Most of the water absorbed by the roots of a plant, as much as 99.5%, is not used for growth or metabolism. It is excess water, and it leaves the plant through transpiration. Transpiration is very important for maintaining moisture conditions in the environment. As much as 10% of the moisture in the Earth's atmosphere is from transpiration of water by plants. The extra water is moved out of leaves through stomata as water vapor. Thus, water enters the biosphere and exits into gaseous phase. Another term that you should remember is called sublimation. Sometimes, snow directly turns into water vapor without melting into water. This happens in cold countries. Sublimation is the conversion between the solid and the gaseous phases of matter, with no intermediate liquid stage. It is most often used to describe the process of snow and ice changing into water vapor in the air without first melting into water. Although there is a continuous cycle of water, you might wonder if there will come a time when we will run out of water. Do you know that 97% of the water found in our surrounding is salty? Thus, only 3% of this water is fresh or potable. This very small amount of fresh water is 67% locked in the form of ice, mainly found in Greenland and Antarctic. Therefore, only about 1% of fresh water is found in rivers, lakes, ponds, and the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. This time, let's test your understanding on the processes involved in the water cycle. Let us answer activity 2 found on page 7 in your module. Are you ready? Let's continue. The direction is match column A with a description in column B. Again, match column A with a description in column B. Write your answers on your science answer sheet. For that activity, kids, I will give you a few seconds to do it. All right? Great. Have fun. As you can see, kids, on your screen, we have 5 words or 5 terms found in column A. The first one is condensation. Number 2 is evaporation, followed by precipitation. Number 4 is sublimation. Number 5 is transpiration. Now it's time for you to recall what we have discussed earlier. You should find the correct description of the words found in column B with the corresponding correct description found in column B. So find the correct description of the words found in column A to column B. I know you can do it, kids. I know you can. I believe in you, kids. All right, kids. Are you ready to check your answer? Okay, everybody, ball pens down. It is time to check your answers. Let's get started. So here are the answers. For number 1, we have the word condensation. The answer is letter C. It is the process when water droplets and other particles come together to form clouds. Number 2, we have the word evaporation. The answer is letter A. It is the first step of the water cycle. Moving on with now the word in number 3, we have the term precipitation. The answer is letter E. It is the process when clouds become too heavy and they burst open to give out rain, hail, or snow. Number 4, we have sublimation. The answer is letter D. In some cold countries, it is the process where snow changes directly into water vapor. And lastly, number 5. The answer is letter B. It is the process that transpires when plants sweat. So, how well did you do, my dear learners? Did you get a perfect score? Amazing. Once again, you never fail me, kids. Good job. To sum up our lesson for today, always remember that water cycle involves 3 main processes. The first one is evaporation, the changing of water into vapor. Next, we have condensation, the changing of water vapor into water droplets forming clouds. And the third one is precipitation. The water droplets fall down to earth. In addition, water particles are also released to the atmosphere from the leaves of plants through the process of transpiration. There is also what we call sublimation, where snow directly turns into water vapor without melting into water. As we conclude this week's episode, I want you to know that you all did great in today's lesson. Two thumbs up for you, my dear learners. And now for your assignment, please answer activity 3 on page 7 of your module. The direction is trace and complete the water cycle diagram by connecting each process with arrows. Place the proper label and meaning for each process in the box by writing the letter and number according to the sequence. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. In doing your assignment, you may ask the guidance of your parents in doing the activity. And we will just check your answers on our next broadcast. All right? Good. The pandemic has forced a massive shift away from learning and teaching in traditional settings with physical interactions. The situation we face is so dramatic and difficult that we cannot afford to be pessimistic. You might have encountered several challenges in this kind of learning platform and face frequent hiccups while using. But it takes both optimism and courage to see beyond the immediate crisis while learning remotely. Pandemic life is the new normal and not an excuse to blow off your homework or any educational task and not continue to learn. We humans are resilient. We can learn to thrive in our new normal life if we have the mindset and the resources we need to adapt. With that, we are done in today's episode. For those of you who are sending their answers, questions, and messages using the comment section of our Facebook Live, I will check them out later after our session. If you have questions or clarifications, you may also send me a message at 0945 467 3390. That's 0945 467 3390. Please continue to tune in to Aral TarlakHenyo here on RTV Tarlac Channel 26, simulcast over DZTC Radio Filipino Tarlac. Please like, share, and follow our Facebook page, RTV Tarlac Channel 26. In addition to that, I have good news for you, my dear grade 4 learners. For those who are Converge Cable TV subscribers, you can now watch us live on Channel 100. Yes, you heard me right. You can now watch us live on Channel 100 for those who are Converge Cable TV subscribers. See you again for another fun learning experience in Science 4. Our lesson has ended. I hope you learned a lot. Grade 4, always remember, the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. And the willingness to learn is a choice. Thank you and enjoy learning in the new normal. I am Mary Grace M. Pineda, your teacher broadcaster for Science Grade 4. Until next time.